Sertoba Media, where the struggle is real to be awesome.
I push that weight to get that dough, but I don't break cause I've been broke. If ain't no pain, then ain't no growth. To keep it 100, I came in to run it and bet if I had to, I'd do it again. It ain't no race if I don't win. I push that weight to get that dough, but I don't break cause I've been broke. If ain't no pain, then ain't no growth. To keep it 100, I came in to run it and bet if I had to, I'd do it again. It ain't no race if I don't win. Trust I'm coming up for that top spot, coming up for that throne. Trust I'm coming up for that drop top.
Hey, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Grind. I am your host, Korrey, and we are here to talk about all things wrestling. And you can check out The Grind right here on Sertoba Media, SIRTOBA Media, every single Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern. Barring any life situations, I'll be here for you every Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern. And you can catch The Grind on many different social media platforms. Those specific platforms will be available for you to see at the end of today's episode. Now, let's get into what we have for today. There has been a lot of things going on in the world of wrestling right now, specifically WWE, and it seems as if they are on this rise that we probably have never seen before in wrestling. It's been a renaissance period, and it seems as if WWE is going to have that firm grip on being the top dog, the top, the place you want to be as a wrestler, the dream place. So today's episode, we are going to take a look back at the last week of news. I like to call it the Grind Rewind. So let's get into it. I think the biggest news that came out of this past week is that WWE and TNA has announced a multi-year partnership between themselves, and I think this is amazing. Over the last year, we've been sitting here and looking at different TNA stars show up at, Royal Rumble and show up on NXT. They've been exclusively on NXT. And I think that the partnerships have done wonders for both brands. Number one, WWE NXT is a developmental brand. So as much exposure as they can get, as much time in the ring as they can get, it is great for their development and for them to understand how to wrestle in different promotions, different situations, etc. It's great for their development. While also TNA on the rise as far as their popularity, TNA is getting more exposure than what they are used to getting. And I think that, with WWE being able to offer them a higher platform to showcase their top stars on a weekly basis, monthly basis, whatever the time frame may be, is wonderful for that company. I mean, think about it. Like, one thing I heard online is that bringing Worlds Collide back, but having it NXT versus TNA. I think that idea is phenomenal. There's so many possibilities with this. You saw Masha on NXT this past week. You're going to see tonight on Genesis where NXT possibly could show up on that show. So, I'm thinking the world of this. I think it is awesome for both sides. Let's see what other moments we can get from this crossover. Speaking of wrestling with TNA, let's talk about the debut of Penta in WWE on Monday night. It was spectacular. His presentation was amazing. And the love that he got from that crowd was just, I felt it over here. I got goosebumps that night when I saw it. Seeing his family on the front row crying. I'm a family man, so I could definitely affiliate with that. And the way the match went down, his selling was so amazing. And shout out to Chad Gable. Chad Gable does not get enough respect for what he does in that ring. He is phenomenal, and he really is like the modern day Kurt Angle, honestly, in the ring wise. Well, we ain't talking about other stuff. In the ring. All right, in the ring. But, I mean, just talk about a better dance partner than Chad Gable. and being able to put Penta over to get him established with the WWE universe. The promo he cut after the match, you can see and feel the emotion. It's been a lot going on with him and, still with his brother Ray Phoenix, but he has you can see the relief just off of his shoulders. And I think the best is yet to come. If you do not know a lot about Penta, you need to go back and look at his matches. Oh my God, Lucha Underground, even some on AEW, TNA. Like this man is amazing. It could possibly go down as the greatest luchador of all time. So, Penta, welcome to WWE. This is your era, as you stated, and I cannot wait to see what you do next. And speaking of what to do next, what is going on with the Wyatt Six? So, we were just randomly told by Karrion Kross, that the Wyatt Six has been moved to SmackDown. Out of the blue, in the middle of a storyline where y'all was teasing that the final confrontation was coming. It's a little weird to me. Now, the only thing that comes to mind to me is maybe those folks on Netflix didn't want the Wyatt Six on the Raw show, or maybe they wanted to make sure that the Wyatt Six consistently gets exposure because Netflix can't be relied on to be a 3-hour show every single week. We know SmackDown is looking to be that 3-hour show, and maybe that's a way of making sure that they get on TV. I'm not sure, but it's not looking too great for them overall. Now, a lot of people online are mad about it and stuff, and hey, rightfully so. You probably should be mad about it, but I don't really take it to heart. I just want to see what happens. So let's see what happens with the Wyatt Six on SmackDown. Let's see. There is some people that they can go after if their mission is still the same. So let's see what happens with the Wyatts. Staying on SmackDown, who attacked Jade Cargill? We've been asking about that for weeks and weeks and weeks. And last week, during a fatal four-way match, if I remember correctly, to be the #1 contender to Tiffany's WWE Women's Championship, Bianca accidentally hit Naomi. Now, the signs point towards Naomi. People are thinking maybe it's Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend. People are thinking it's maybe the returning Charlotte Flair. People are thinking it's Nia Jax. You know who I think it is? Who I'm starting to think it is. Okay? Initially, I was thinking it's Naomi. I'm starting to think it's Bianca. Somebody beat down Jade that bad by themselves? I mean, my girl was out of here. She got sent to the gulags. She got he stomped. He stomped down there on the daggone car windshield. I mean, she out here looking like somebody that took a body and took some chalk and jawed it around her body. Like, that's exactly how she looked. I don't. She literally looked like somebody just said splat. Jade Cargill is a threat, and it's gonna take somebody that has monumental strength, monumental wherewithal to take her down in that manner. And for some reason, I mean, my brain is telling me Naomi. It's pointing all towards Naomi. Jealousy, since she's been back, she hasn't been really to capture a title, etc. Fighting over Bianca. But then I'm starting to, for some reason, lean towards Bianca. And to set up a feud between the two of them come WrestleMania time. Now, what could be the reason? Maybe it could be, you've been holding me back. We lost the tag team titles the first time because of you. I'm a main event star. I was main event at WrestleMania, winning championships before you. And now you denigrated me to this? I can see this story kind of unfolding to be either way. So, what do you all think? Who attacked Jade Cargill? We'll be talking about attacks. Verbally, Corey Graves took to Twitter this week and made sure to attack how he felt. Basically, WWE. And I mean, if you don't live under a rock, you could tell he was talking about Pat McAfee as to the reason why he was quote unquote demoted to NXT. Now, I can understand you work hard at your craft, your dream was taken away from you, and then somebody who just has a little bit more clout than you, maybe more clout than you, comes and just takes over your spot that you've worked so hard for. I have seen that in my line of work, where people have been with you for years and years and have shown their loyalty, but the people that are coming in that you just hired 2 days ago make more than them. Make that make sense, Craig. So the question is this a work or is this really something? Corey Graves' brother came out and said that it isn't a work. I'm starting to think it's a work because this rumor has it that he's been cleared to wrestle again. And we know he's been clamoring to get back into the ring. Maybe this is a way of taking him off TV so that way he can get into, more bit of a shape to be able to handle the ring again. And we might lead to a match between him and Pat McAfee. Who knows? But let's see what happens with Korrey Graves. I believe this is a work. And speaking of working, somebody who is always ready, Matt Cardona, formerly known as Zack Ryder, recently on a podcast said that he is open to coming back to WWE, and he has not gotten a call yet. I think it will blow the roof off of Indianapolis if they invited him at least to be a part of the Royal Rumble match. It might be a bunch of woos and everything else, and he knows Zack Ryder is quote unquote dead. But I think Matt Cardona has made enough of naming himself on the indie scene in order to bring him back. If we're able to bring back old legends and, wrestlers that we've released in the past that's made mistakes, he was just simply released. He didn't do anything wrong. Just a business decision. And I think with his wife being the women's United States champion, I think it's great. Bring Matt Cardona back. Let him have a moment with the WWE universe one more time. And while we think about the Royal Rumble match, the Royal Rumble match is starting to form, and I'm here to tell you right now, as long as it continues to form this way, this is looking to be the most stacked Royal Rumble of all time. John Cena, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Jey Uso. These are all main event stars, superstars, all of them. And this is probably the Royal Rumble that you cannot really put your finger on who is going to win it. And this is the part that I have missed so much about wrestling. I hate when I'm able to just be able to, hey, this is what's going to happen in this story. This person's going to win this person's going to win that. No, I want to see things unfold. Keep me on the edge of my seat. And I believe that this year it is going to be rough, really deciding who is going to go to WrestleMania and challenge for the title. Now, I won't give that prediction away right now, maybe in another upcoming video. But I do feel like this Royal Rumble is the men's Royal Rumble right now. We haven't seen the women's yet. This men's Royal Rumble is looking out to be one of, if not the greatest card of men, 30 participants of men in the history of the Royal Rumble. We have to wait and see what unfolds. And there you have it. That is the Grind Rewind. That is this week in wrestling. That is all the news that's been taking place here in wrestling. And I want you all to share below in the comment section what stood out to you this week in wrestling. What impacted you? What do you feel is a great step for WWE? How do you feel about WWE overall right now? Do you think that they're on a major way up, or do you feel like they're still kind of trying to, eat their way up? So I appreciate you all hanging out with me on this afternoon. I look forward to seeing you all next week. And as always, follow Sertoba Media on all social media platforms so you don't miss one episode of The Grind every single Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern, barring anything, in life is not going on or, happening. You can follow The Grind on social medias all over the place. You're going to see those social medias here in a second. And I want to tell you all, I will remind you all, stay true to what you do. Stay true to why you do. And always, always, always stay true to you. I appreciate you taking a few minutes out of your afternoon to spend it with me. And I'll see you all next week.
I'm in